Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Underwood. Tonight we're going to start with a poem that is in this book. It's called Hey Black Child, and you may remember this from Miss Johnson's class. They did a performance of this poem for our Black History program. The book is written by Useni Eugene Perkins and illustrated by Brian Collier. It's called Hey Black Child. Hey Black Child, hey Black Child, do you know who you really are? Do you know you can be what you want to be if you try to be what you can be? Hey Black Child, do you know where you are going, where you are really going? Do you know you can learn what you want to learn if you try to learn what you can learn? Hey Black Child, do you know you can do what you want to do if you try to do what you can do? Hey Black Child, be what you can be. Learn what you must learn. Do what you can do. And tomorrow your nation will be what you want it to be. Do you know who you are, who you really are? And so this beautiful poem celebrates Black children, and it seeks to inspire all young children to dream big and achieve your goals, okay? So tonight I want you to dream big. But while you're dreaming big, Miss Underwood wants you to remember that you are perfectly designed. So we're going to also read this book by Karamo Brown, I Am Perfectly Designed, with Jason Rachel Brown, and illustrated by Anoosha Syed. First there was you, Dad. Then there was me. Now there is us. That's right. Now there is us. First saw me, you said he is perfectly designed from his head to his toes. And I meant every word. Still do. When I was a baby, I looked just like you. Only I had no hair, and you had lots. Now it's the opposite. So true. Remember that? I had such a big baby head. Indeed, but your big baby head was perfectly designed for you. When I was real little, I thought you could touch the moon. Remember that? We sit on the roof and reach for it. One day, you'll be big enough to reach it yourself. But until then, it's perfectly fine to ask for help. Remember when we went as syrup and waffles for Halloween, Dad? Ha! I do. That was awesome. I wonder what we'll be this year. When I run in the park, jump in the park, climb in the park, and pretend I'm a statue in the park, you remind me I am perfectly designed to explore the world. You are, and you always will be. Dad, when I get mad or sad or confused, you wrap me in your arms. I like that. Me too. And I remind you, you are perfectly designed and wonderful, no matter what you are feeling. Dad, when I grow up and leave home, will you miss me? Yes, very much. Will you go into my room and play with my race cars and stuffed animals? You know I will. Will you sit on the fire escape and feed the pigeons like we do in the summer? The pigeons and the sparrows? Will you remember our favorite moves? I will, and I'll invent some new ones too. Dad, will you always think of me? Always. You know what, Dad? What? I'll always remember walking through the city and sitting on your shoulders, and maybe when you're older and I'm taller, I can carry you on mine, because we are perfectly designed for each other. That's right. Dear reader, it's always been a dream of mine to write a story inspired by the many lessons my father has taught me. When I was growing up, anytime I felt fear or uncertainty, my father would remind me I was perfectly designed. Knowing that at an early age really instilled self-love and confidence in me, which has been hard to find on my own. Now that I'm older, it's easier to walk with my head held up proudly. My father and I felt that it was only right to give this message to you. We want readers to never forget that just being your natural self is perfect. It's beautiful in every sense. We know how hard it is to think otherwise, but you can't stop telling yourself this until you feel it. Like everything in life, it takes some time. But with repetition, you will learn to walk with your head held higher than the Eiffel Tower. Jason Brown. That's exactly right. Karamo Brown. And there's a picture of him and his dad. So, I want you to remember that you are perfectly designed. Just like the dad and the son in this book. So, it doesn't matter what your skin tone is. It does not matter if you're a boy or a girl. It does not matter if you are perfect, because none of us on our planet is perfect. You were perfectly designed, just like they said in the story. So, you are perfectly designed. So, I want you to remember from today's stories that no matter how you feel, when we go back through this story, and when you're feeling when he was feeling upset, or when he was feeling sad, his dad reminded him that he was perfectly designed. And then when we read this poem, Hey Black Child, this poem inspired us that we could be anything we wanted, but we needed to work for it. So, if we can train our brains to think positively and train ourselves to work really hard toward our goals, if we could put the message of these two books together, we have unlocked some major power that nobody can take away from us, no matter what. And so I leave you with those messages tonight, that you know, I want for you to know who you really are. You are really perfectly designed. So, I love you from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And I will see you virtually tomorrow. Good night.